This tutorial will show you how to control the direction, both if using the axis of revolution or if using a drive surface. So here we have a model where we can use a 4-axis machine or a rotary head 5-axis machine. So we start to select the model for madCAM. And then we can select a cutter, for example a ball and 3mm cutter. And now I will show you how to use the axis of revolution. So then you can, if you have madCAM 4x, you can use the 4x function, or if you have 5 extra or 5x, you can use this function. And then you can set indexed or use the axis of revolution. And since we have picked a 5-axis rotary head machine, or if you use a 4-axis machine by default, the axis of revolution will be the same as the direction of your rotary axis in the machine. And then we can set spindle axis, and by default this one is the same direction as the z-axis. So if we just choose this, then madCAM will set in axis of revolution mode, and we can see the green box is now in a cylindrical shape. So once that's done, we can choose any of the standard 3-axis functions in madCAM. So we can choose the planar finishing, and we set the step over, and we set the angle limit to 0. Since we don't want to have any limits, we will machine the steep areas as well. And here we have the direction 90 degrees. This means it will go around the part in the rotary direction. If we set it to 0 degrees, it will go back and forth along the 4th axis. So we set it to parallel to y, 90 degrees. And if we choose lines or blend connections, it will go back and forth. If we choose climb or conventional, it will go round and round and create a spiral toolpath. So we choose the climb, and then we click OK. And here we can see it made a continuous spiral toolpath. But the start point is here. And if we have the chuck here, we don't want to start from there, we want to start from the other side. So we can first see how this looks in the simulator. We can see it go in one spiral toolpath. But we want to change the start point to here. And so I can hide this toolpath. Then I go back to the axis of revolution tools, and here we can choose the direction of the axis of revolution. So we can just put a minus sign in front of this one, or if we have an axis to pick, for example this axis, we can check the direction of it in Rhino, and we can see it points in positive direction along the x-axis. So then we can change the direction so it points towards the chuck. So if we go back to the axis of revolution and pick this line, we can see it will be -1 in minus in x. Then we click OK, and now if we create a planar finishing toolpath, we will see it starts from the other side of the part. So now it starts from here, and then it will machine from here towards, if we have the chuck here, it will machine towards the chuck. So you can run this in the simulator. And that looks better. And now we can take a look how to use drive surface. So if we select the model for madCAM, and then we choose the ball and 3mm cutter, and then I have made a drive surface here, so you can use this for as an example. So we select the drive surface, and then we can see the settings. I have made an angle limit for the 4th axis in this case, so we click OK. And then if we make a planar finishing, same settings as we used for the axis of revolution. Click OK. And if we hide the drive surface, we can see the toolpath. And it's the same, it's a spiral toolpath. And we can see it start from here, close to the chuck. We don't want that. We would like to start from here. And then we can show the drive surface. We can go to the direction, analyze direction in Rhino. So we click there, click on the drive surface. And here we have some options from the command line. We can reverse any of U, V, or we can swap U and V. But what I would like to do is to reverse the U direction in this case, since the U direction will be the same as the X direction if it was in 3 axis. But now it's from a drive surface, so we just type U, and then we select that. We can hide the old toolpath, we can pick the drive surface again, and then we can make a planar finishing toolpath. And we can hide the drive surface, and we see the toolpath will start from here now, since we flipped or changed the direction in U. So we can run this in the simulator.